Welcome back, Internet. This is a part two for this particular truck. Guy came in with two separate issues. It was going to be in the same video, but the first one was a 4x4 code issue, and that one rabbit trailed. So we're just splitting these out separate. This one will be continuation on. If you didn't watch the other one, I think it goes here. Is that the link? I think that's where the link goes, if I did it right. Nonetheless, now we've got a P0035, an engine computer for a turbo, boost controller, solenoid, something or other. I think this is a new code. He's got a few codes in memory, including 4x4 stuff. So we will start over, scan this thing, make sure that's the only code in the engine computer, pull some service information, and get on after it. Okay, quick one. So we gave it a scan. Yeah. System list, we got universal port, lost com, don't really care about, body computer, patch, don't care about. This one we kind of care about. 0035 he cares about, the cats and the evap he does not care about. So we are going after a P0035. I will just go ahead and go pull service information on that one, and we will start reading about it. It's funny. I was going to jump on here and say, oh, this one should be pretty straightforward and easy. Two wires, a little solenoid thing and what have you. Glad I didn't say something silly like that. So two things control the turbos. We got this bypass valve and the wastegate valve, two separate. So the wastegate valve is up on top. The bypass valve is down by the intercooler here, but this truck has some go fast parts on it. And so I will show you. That is our now blow-off valve. Used to be bypass. That vents the atmospheric, and it is pneumatically run, no wires. And pneumatically run, no wires. So this original is where we should have our actual valve or whatever. And looks like that gets replaced with this one on the Go Fast part kit. Specifically, we've got a brown and white wire and a white wire, and for sure, oh man, it's blown out. Well, the light's blown out, but that's a brown and white and a white. So we will go ahead and just stick the scope on there and see if it's actually open or something like that. But I don't know if this is bad or if you had a tune update or something like that, but we'll stick scope on it and figure it out. Key is on. We got white wire comes from hot and start or run to that thing, and then PWM controlled to ground, looks like it. And then we're looking at channel B, which is blue. I know you can't see, but I'll call it out. Y'all just have to trust me a little bit. So the first thing we'll do is go on white and see if we have 12 volts, and then we'll see if that 12 volts carries a little bit of load. Then we'll go on the brown wire and see if we still have 12 volts, or if it's open, or it's shorted, or whatever else have you. Let me find my test light. I think we're set up, 4 amp test light. Come over here and find our white wire. Watch the scope for a change. Ooh, this weather packing's kind of tight. Come on, girl. Almost. All right, there. So we got 12 volts. Oh, this one's stiff getting her in. I'll try a different side of it. All right. I think it's pretty consistent. Test light's hooked to power, or excuse me. Test light, oh, yeah, we got to please hold. Okay, now when this thing hits power, it should light. So power, it lights. And then over here, we will touch in power and it lights. We have good power. We know it carries current. Now let's go to the brown side, or brown and white. And if we got 12 volts here, we know we at least got a pass through. Ooh. I also don't know if we're making, oh, look at that. So we got about half voltage. Our main is 2 point, well, it's going up. Our main is 3.9. That shouldn't be 3.9. That seems like an issue, because I'm going to assume this is either going to be, well, my phone's down. I ain't got no clue what you just saw. It carries power on the power side. We're on the ground side now. And our ground voltage right here is 3.9 volts, which is kind of an odd number because I assumed that had been either full power, full ground, or pulse width modulated, and that is not being pulse width modulated at all, which is kind of strange. So let me figure that out. Well, what I did is I just went ahead and threw this 4-amp test light, which might be too heavy, in this plug in place of this go fast bypass part thing. And on the white one, we should have 12 volts. We do have 12 volts. And then on the other one, if we have 12, it means there's no ground. And we do. We have 12 volts on the ground side. Going back to the engine computer. Interesting. Well, let's clear code. So I'm going to shove this one in there so it stays a little better. So this is on the control side. This is on blue, and that's on brown and white, and the brown and white goes back to. So we're right here with a test light in place, and we got 12 volts. And so we shall go back here. We shall clear codes from the engine computer. All right, let it reread them. And nothing, so we'll read them one more time. Nothing. Interesting. That's a little odd. So now we'll go to actuator test. Let me find this. We're going to try and activate. And my stupid phone keeps dying. Plug test light in. It's got 12 volts through it, no ground. Cleared codes, didn't come back. Now I'm going to see if I can find the actuator for this to make it work. I think we found it. Turbocharged bypass valve 1. And then we'll hit on and off. And we have no change here. Is it possible that this is too high of a load? Possibly. Or we got a wiring issue. On, off. Let's go recheck codes. If not, we'll change our test light size. So read codes, continuous, and no codes. Let me swap that test light out. Righto, same test. Got the 1/4 amp test light plugged in. And so our power is on white. So we will touch this one. We got 12 volts. And then we will touch the other one. I guess we can do it right here since we got it. It's also have 12 volts. So we have no ground right now on this circuit, and so that is blue, so we'll touch that lead right in there, and then we'll also go back to our output tests, or our codes. We'll read codes, no codes, and then go back, actuator test, scroll down to bypass valve, and then on. It did light. See that? So go off. Aha, it does work. So this is a very low amp thing. In that case, it seems if this is working correctly, whatever his go fast part here is causing an issue. So maybe have to get a new one of these or talk to his tuner, one or the other. Also, as a brief aside, you can't run the scope and output controls at the same time to find the inrush, which is super annoying. Nonetheless, light is on right now, and you can see we've got essentially 0 volts. So this thing is not pulse width modulated, it's just constantly grounded. It's a little weird that this thing has a... Let me see if there's actually a voltage in here to read this. Okay, this is cool. We have bypass status, bypass valve, so no error and on. We will turn this to, and the test light is on. We will turn this to off, and that went off, no error, test light. So now, let's do that same test while we swap in our Go Fast part kit. And actually see if this thing is the thing causing it. We may have to clear codes again or something, but. So that's at open circuit. Oh, that's cool. I don't know if you caught that. So that gave us a live update. Said this was an open circuit. So let me plug this back in. But I think we set a fault. So it's not. Oh wait, our test light's still unplugged. So test light's in. Oh, that was cool. We can't graph it in this view, but let me see if I can. enhance, and tip down, unenhance. It's about as good as I can do for y'all. Okay, right now the test light's connected, and I'm just going to disconnect the test light from the circuit. So disconnect test light, it's open circuit, so it's monitoring this all the time. Now I'm going to replace the test light with this. So unplug those, plug in our Go Fast parts, and it still says open circuit. Nice. So let's hit cancel. Let's go read and clear our codes and see if that one comes back. So read codes, continuous, no codes. All right. I don't know if it has to be engine running to monitor this thing or whatever, but we got our Go Fast plug back in there. But that was pretty clear. Let me pull it back up. Okay, so actuator test, scroll all the way down. We've got bypass valve. Add data streams. It's already got them selected. And so open circuit, and that thing's plugged in. So now we'll unplug it again. Set that right there. We will insert the pins for our test light, and then make sure our test light is stuck in the actual harness, or the, boom, no error. That's it. No kidding. So, got some bad Go Fast parts on this one. We'll have to see if wants to order another one of those. Looks like we got our confirmation. We're making pin contact, and this thing is open. Bad Go Fast parts.
Well, apparently you don't get a pre-recorded outro again. It happens. This one was pretty straightforward. Every once in a while we get some easy ones. I don't know how helpful this one really was out there, but nonetheless, just hope it was helpful for somebody, and I'll catch y'all up in the next video.